You know, Coach, 133, 141, 149 today were all bonus point wins for you guys. What did you see out of those guys, and especially Corey Clark?
Bonus points is good, and in a dual meet like this, especially when you're wrestling three backups, but it turns out we didn't need them, but that's not, you know, what you talk about anyway. You're always talking about bonus points and separation. Better performance than Friday, that's for sure, overall, and then you get to see some excitement with some guys that you don't normally see, but, you know, Meyer's proven he can do a good job all year, and you know, the fun one for me was heavyweight. You know, we got a 97-pounder out there that does whatever we ask. He's a great student, and he's between a rock and a hard place, so good for him too, right?
Tom, how did you decide what guys you were going to rest today?
It wasn't a matter of deciding which guys we were going to rest. It wasn't like we were going to rest three guys and then which three do we pick. It was a matter of doing what's right for the individual, which is always the case. And it just so happens it kind of come to a head where you got three situations where this is the right thing to do. And if we would have had to rest four, we would have done it. We're not going to, I say it all the time, this is about the individual. And if we got individuals that know we're taking care of them, we got individuals that are performing, you know, we're going to have a team. And, you know, speaking of the team, this is a big week. We got to do it right this week, training-wise, and we got a big event coming to Iowa City this coming Saturday and Sunday. So 1 week from today, there's going to be a national dual championship crowned, and, you know, we got work to do before we get to that match, but we got to, first things first, we got to do it right this week.
Tom, what are your thoughts on hosting the national duels and just the format they're using this year?
I've said a lot about that. We're excited to have it. It's good for our fans, and we're going to be ready to go and scrap just like 7 other teams that are coming to Iowa City. And do we know any results yet, like Ohio State, Edinburgh?
Ohio State beat Edinburgh.
And then
Chattanooga beat Oklahoma.
And they could be the 8th seed maybe. That could be our first round matchup. So yeah, there's a lot of results coming in right now, and you know, we got to get ready. My thoughts on the national duels are it's their next event now, so that's the way we got to be. But the team component type thing for the way the team title is going to be decided for the future, you know, I'm always going to have an opinion on that, but we'll save that for the off season.
Tom, peaking is the most important thing this time of the year. Is this national duels a good event right now to do this, to help regarding peaking?
You know, that question is, you know, the first thing that comes to my mind is it's danged if you do and danged if you don't. If you're not there, then you're not a big boy. You're not sharing. You're not doing what your you know, role might be. And if you do it, then it is a scheduling right. But I can assure you that we put a lot of thought into it. And when we train our guys, we train with an eye on the future. That doesn't mean that we look past events, but we do train with an eye on the future, and that's one of the reasons why you saw this lineup out here tonight, or excuse me, this afternoon. So, you know, we're not worried about whether we can peak or whether this is the right thing or not. We train our guys in there, and peaking is a mindset. Getting ready for tough matches is a mindset. And we'd be getting ready for tough individual matches this weekend anyway, if we weren't the national duels. It's just another event on the calendar that we got to get ready for. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Can you talk about Meyer's performance? I mean, he could be a starter for a lot of teams. I mean, he's
yeah, Meyer is patient, and he knows his role, meaning that, here's the thing with Meyer. I mean, there's no drama there. There's not, you know, a long face because he's not in the lineup. There's not anything where, you know, you're getting static or whatever, you know, and you know what? He knows his time's coming, and he knows that he's a heartbeat away. So good for him. And this isn't the first time that we've seen it. And it's not just this year that we've seen it. You know, we've seen it. We saw his potential when we recruited him. We saw it his first year here, and you know, we've seen it certainly. You know, for sure the last 2 years. So, you know, good for Meyer, good for us. We love Alex Meyer. He's he's on the dean's list. You know, he might be on the president's list. Heck, I don't know. He's got over a 4-point this last semester. So can I say that? Is that privacy stuff? But you know what? Sue me if I'm talking about good students. You know. Anyway, so you know he's bought in. He's just like the best guys that we got. he's right along for the ride. We got 14, 15, 16, 17 guys that are where we want them, and then, you know, from there, we just gotta keep getting everybody else in that group.
Thank you, Coach.